Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Lions going up against the Bulldogs.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the London Bulldogs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Hurry up. No. Check. Patriot.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Gun!
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
All right, here we go. Leopard! No. Check.
4 down.
Watch you now, Barney.
Check.
On the counter, it's Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Crash. Nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, B. Woo!
Set. Blue 90.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Here we go now. 319.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrett Davis coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, here we go.
Watch 7.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go. Please. No, check. Patriot. Now let's go. Gun.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Tight end right. Set. 57, ready.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A second down run for Abdullah. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Hey, 4 down.
Stafford down to throw.
I got 15.
And incomplete here on third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go. 3 down. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. No. Detroit.
On second down, here's Henry. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Back. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
We got a runner. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that.
Derrick Henry all alone, and all the way in for the touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 180.
Again, it's Abdullah. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
280. Omaha, ready to move. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Let's go, defense.
Go here.
The field, defense.
Tag 50, tag 50. Hey, 54. Twist.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Single. 40 got. 40 got. Tight end right. Tight end right. Kill, kill, kill. Slam.
Tack, easy.
They go with Abdullah again. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Set. 4 down.
Hey, got 4 down. Deuce.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Check.
It's caught, Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
We're rolling.
Hey. 4 down.
A toss to Abdullah. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Double tight.
Set. Blue 60. On the ball.
4 down. Even.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Ebron caught left side. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Set. Blue 6.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Big 20.
Check.
The slot man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Hey. Set. Blue 80.
Alert. 3 down.
21.
15's mine. I got 15.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Two tights.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Double tight.
They run. Abdullah. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession.
Gun! Watch the edge. Watch you now, Barney. Here we go now. 3, 9, all right, now, lucky 56.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Watch one.
Hey, tag 50 left. Trio right.
Your face.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. They pitch to Abdullah. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
3 down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer,
Still did it
anyway.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
All right, boys, here we go. Yellow 20.
4 down.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Slot man moves right. Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Amir Abdullah with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater on to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, now, look at 56.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Set! Leopard! Watch you now, Barney!
A handoff, running left, Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And the 13-year man puts it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Tight left. Set! Lady! 4 down. Hey!
On second down, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, there are stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Prater now set to kick.